Good morning from the International Space Station. Today is a formal event. This is the formal transfer of authority and responsibility of the International Space Station onboard operations from myself, Tim Coprod, to Jeff Williams. This is also an opportunity for us to give our thanks to an incredible international team that has allowed us to do our job up here and to advance the exploration of humans in space. We've been so privileged to work here on board with a huge variety of science experiments that we know are going to be a stepping stone for human exploration. And we've demonstrated, both from the ground and from the crew on board, together we've demonstrated that we have a world-class international laboratory. We've also demonstrated that we can sustain this station. We've docked, we actually captured and docked and then released a Cygnus vehicle, a Dragon vehicle. We currently have 2 Progress vehicles docked to our space station. Through the help of the ground teams and this great crew, we've been able to maintain the station in top working order so that we can continue our experiments on board and our efforts to advance the state of technology. We've had technology demonstrations where we've launched satellites. We have an inflatable module, the first of its kind here, docked to space station. And so it's been a privilege for all of us to be able to participate in all of these different activities on board space station. Personally, I'd like to say that it's been a tremendous honor to serve with this crew, with Jeff, Tim, Yuri, Alexei, and Oleg. I can't think of a better group of people to spend time with in space and to work with. And I'm very, very grateful for that opportunity. I'd also like to thank the families. The families that are back home have to endure the fact that we're not there to help. And through their tremendous support, it keeps us in a good state of mind so that we can do our job and what we consider to be a very important job here on Space Station. Bill Shepard, who is the first commander of the International Space Station, brought a bell with him. And this is a Navy tradition that signifies the changing of the watch. And this is a tradition that's been part of the Navy and with ships at sea as long as there have been ships at sea. And we would like to continue this tradition, ironically, I think, because both Jeff and I are former Army officers, and we'd like to continue this tradition of ringing the bell to demonstrate the changing of the watch, and in this case, the change of command from myself to Jeff Williams. And with that, Jeff, congratulations. You're now the commander of the International Space Station.
Thank you. Thank you.
And finally, I'd like to say that I know, Jeff, that the station is in great hands, and I'm proud to be able to pass off this command to you today.
Thank you very much, Tim. Great words. I would only echo everything you said in terms of thanks to the ground teams around the world, as well as the family and our friends that support us so well up here. I'd also like to say a special congratulations to Yuri, to Tim, and to Tim for a successful stay on the International Space Station. You've made our stay so far, Alexei, Oleg, and I, our stay extremely productive and rewarding. And I've always said that the #1 personal objective that all of us should have is to complete a stay on board the International Space Station and look back and say that's one of the greatest rewards, greatest experiences I've ever had, and it ought to be a big reward. And you've made it that way, so thank you for that. And we wish you a safe return to Earth and a safe return to your families. Of course, the Russian saying is "Miyaki Posadka," soft landings. But those of us that have done it know there's really nothing soft about it. But you're ready to do it. You, by the way, are with a very experienced Soyuz commander. And actually, I got some numbers here, which I want to acknowledge, if I can find them here. Yuri here has completed 828 days, is that correct? In space today. right? Which is second all-time record in the world, over 5 flights, a flight on Mir, a space shuttle flight, and then 3 flights here on board the International Space Station, long-duration flights. So I congratulate you for that milestone. Tim, Peak completed 186 days, and you all 186 days on this flight, of course. And I want to congratulate you, Tim. You have represented the European Space Agency very well, and of course the United Kingdom very well. And it's been a pleasure to get to know you. Obviously, we knew each other, some from training on the ground, but we really didn't get to know each other until we had the time to spend up here. So I congratulate you on that as well. And Tim Kopra, of course, 244 days you've completed now, over 2 long-duration flights on board the International Space Station, and I want to congratulate you as well. The 3 of you have left the ship in good hands to Alexei and Oleg and I, and we intend on carrying on the good tradition of service and duty on board the International Space Station. So thank you very much. I do have one other item of business to do before I hand it back or we close this or whatnot. And this is, I am honored. And oh, by the way, I've learned from experience that I need to start out with a piece of gray tape. I'm honored to have the opportunity to give an award, a special award to an individual here. And this award is to Tim Kopra, and it's the Order of St. Michael Gold Award, which I will need to explain. If you could hold that mic for me, Tim. Let me present this award, and then I'll explain a little bit about it for those that don't know about it. Tim and I, as Tim mentioned, that's what the gray tape's for. Mm-hmm. Because it's a pretty heavy metal award, and it will knock your teeth out if you don't use the gray tape. And now I lost my glasses, which is not the first time. So I'll see if I can, I'll go without them. The Order of St. Michael is a very special award for U.S. Army aviators, and it's sponsored by the Army Aviation Association of America. It recognizes individuals who've contributed significantly to the promotion of Army aviation through a lifetime of service to the aviation branch. These individuals have demonstrated the highest standards of integrity and moral character, display an outstanding degree of professional competence, and serve the United States Army aviation community with distinction. And Tim, you've done that for many decades now, not only active duty in the Army, in combat, and in other duty locations in the Army, but then after retiring from the Army, continuing your service representing the Army and Army aviation at NASA, and now culminating with a very successful command on the International Space Station. So, the award itself, there's more words here, but I'm not going to read them all, but the award itself says, the Honorable Order of St. Michael, appearing before a most arduous and discriminatory committee of tried and proven Army aviators and aviation patriots, be it known that Timothy L. Kopra was tested and found worthy of special recognition for outstanding contributions to the community of Army aviation and is hereby inducted into the Honorable Order of St. Michael Gold Award. The Archangel St. Michael is the embodiment of courage, justice, and gallantry. So too, the aforementioned individual embodies these qualities and represents excellence in aviation. Therefore, the President of the Army Aviation Association of America acknowledges that this patriot is due special honor and respect for now and posterity. Signed on this date by General Sinclair. Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Jeff.
You bet.
Very cool.
Photo of the shake hand.
And Houston, I think that concludes what we had planned up here. We hand it over to you.
We copy, Jeff. And Jeff and Tim, good job. Congratulations for that, the command handover, Jeff, and we look forward to continuing on with you on Expedition 48. And Tim, we look forward to seeing you back here very shortly. Good job.